What is going on, everybody, and welcome back into Barley Studios. Now, today in the studio, we're going to be doing our very first acrylic pour. I've been wanting to do one of these for quite a long time, and with Joann's, the fabric store, closing, of course, me and my kids raided the art aisle, and we were able to get some ArtDeco pre-made kits. It has about 3 to 4 paint jars per container, and of course, they're already kind of made to where the colors are very complementary of one another. We're going to do a pink one as well as a green one coming up in the future. So just be aware that we're going to do a few acrylic pours, and we're going to start out this playlist now. Now, this is the very first video of acrylic pouring that we're going to be doing here in the studio. So, of course, the videography is going to be fun. It's going to be laid back, and me and my daughter are just going to enjoy the creation process. Although this is a tutorial, it's just supposed to be fun, guys, and we're going to turn this awesome white canvas into something amazing. Let's get to it, guys. All right, you guys, we're going to start off with this 16 by 20 grand door canvas, and we're going to be using Deco Art Fluid Art ready to pour acrylics. Now, these are already ready and thinned out, ready to be poured in little kits. They usually come about 4 paint bottles per kit, and they're already kind of assembled so you know what kind of theme color you're going to get. Now, the wrappings of this show that this is going to have a gold tinge to it. It does not. I could mix up some gold on the side and apply it, but for today, because we're going to be crafting with my daughter on this painting, we're just going to use it as is out of the packaging. That allows her just to completely almost take control, and I'm just going to assist with just getting the paint across the canvas to all 4 corners. We're also going to give this a base coat background, and in all reality, you really don't have to do this, but it gave my daughter the opportunity to use some just titanium white, practice her paint strokes, and just enjoy applying a little bit of texture to the background before we begin with the Art Deco acrylic pour. It's going to be really fun, so let's get into it, guys. Little things right here in the middle of the canvas. And we have our 4 colors. All right, bring it over here. All right, we're going to put our first color. What do you want to do? Magenta?
Oh, don't worry about that, guys. How much do you want?
There you go, keep going.
Yeah!
A little bit more. All right, that's good. Stop there. And now I'm going to get another color and mix it in there. Which one are you going to get next?
Pink.
Pink.
Because magenta and pink work with each other,
Make
right,
sure it's
Dad?
only in the middle. Only in the middle.
Looks like it's pink.
Try to keep it in the middle. A little bit more. All right, that's good. All right, get another color. This is orange.
No, just orange. The coolest orange you've ever seen.
You're pushing too hard. Let it drizzle into the cup. There you go. Keep going. See how it stays in the middle? All right, get another next color. What was the last color? Yellow?
Yellow. Oh, I can't wait to see the
Okay,
color.
don't squirt too hard. Keep going. Is the ball getting light, or is it still kind of heavy?
Still kind of heavy.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, take it and gently pour it into this first one right here. Whoa, in the very middle. Okay, do the other one. Oh, I can't see. Hold on, slow down. Next. All right, now let it go. Let the paint sit in the cup for a minute.
Oh. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness, that looks so cool.
More.
Wait, what more?
More in each cup. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my daughter to give a really good even pour in each of these little circulates, and that allows us to get good paint dispersion across the canvas. And I am going to let her completely pour these into the cup.
Okay.
Is it almost gone?
No.
I think you need more in there. making so much shadow.
No, last one.
Too hard, really. Good. All right, hold on. I'm also going to use a popsicle stick and very simply in a triangular or circular motion, just barely mix the paint just to kind of get it moving inside the cup before she pours it. All right, where are you going to pour first? Up here? Make sure it goes in the middle. The most important thing is that my daughter is enjoying the painting process throughout this. It's our very first acrylic pour, and that is what I want. Her to have fun using the paints, being messy, and just enjoying the overall creation process. Put more in here. This is the big one. Put more in this one. Keep it in there.
I love that one.
So as my daughter gets out more paint here, you can probably hear the squishing in the background as she empties those containers a little bit more. We're seeing the paint kind of distribute across the canvas now.
Hold on, okay.
She's going to go ahead and pour in the last little bit of the paint for the most part, and then we'll start moving it around the canvas.
Is there any more in those tubes? If there are, pour it on there while I spread it out. All right, watch out.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently pick up the corners of the canvas to let the paint move around and slide to the corners. My daughter's going to go ahead and empty the last of the containers.
So we can get on.
Use more of the tubes if there's anything left.
Sorry, there's no more.
Take the tops off and pour as much in there as you can.
Here's where you're going to really start to see the paint move across that white canvas, and it's pretty cool overall how fluid it is.
I told you to pour that into the cup.
But artists have fun.
I'll start off tilting it towards me, then I'll tilt it towards my daughter toward the corners as she kind of empties out the last of the containers.
Hold on, I'll put it down for a second.
So before I tilt it and let the paint kind of roll into the corners to give us that abstract look, I will use a silicone or scraping tool to kind of get good distribution into the corners.
Dad, can I do that?
Hold on.
It does distribute the kind of color a little bit, and then of course my daughter's going to want to have a turn in just a second as well. So I'll pass this off to her, and then she'll have the opportunity to use the scrape blade as well. We're going to use any kind of residual paint on the backboard to kind of give good color on the sides of the canvas. As you can see there, I'm tilting it, starting it to get into the corners. We want to paint the sides before we roll that over. We want the abstract to be on top.
The only downside of that is it took away from some of the vibrant colors, like the reds and stuff. Gently do it like that, and that way.
My daughter here does pull a little bit too much paint off of the main pour, and that's completely okay. She's learning, and we do course correct.
Look, watch Daddy. You can do this corner over here.
I demonstrate it one more time, just kind of feathering the edge a little bit. That way we don't use too much of the pour.
All we're doing is we're bringing it over to the edge, like that, and then we're going to try to use it to get the edges in just a minute. But look, it comes in the... Oh, no!
Party foul on Dad. I dropped that cup right on top of the canvas in the paint.
Come over here. Gently. Just take the edges of it and bring it over.
Like that?
All right, so we're going to go ahead and just scrimp the last of the little drops out of these bottles here. We're going to use every last drop. You know, you pay for paint, you might as well use it all. And this was enough paint to give a really good coverage over this single canvas. And again, I believe it was a 16 by 20.
And get the sides, okay?
So of course, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the sides here. My daughter also will use the silicone tip tool and finish the sides as well.
Look at this one.
Please don't sling it on me.
Look at one. Oh, that one. Dad, I got all of it. It's all gone. Dad, I want to do the sides.
Okay, here. All you do is take the paint right here and then smoosh the dartboard. Don't get onto the side over here. Okay? Don't get onto the sides.
I'm so proud of her. She's doing such an amazing job on this acrylic pour. I'm so proud.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna make it drip, okay? Make it move around.
All right, so here it is. It's kind of rolling now down the canvas as my daughter kind of finishes up those sides. You can really start to see the acrylic start to move across the canvas. Now, right here, I should have removed these kind of like little, I'll call them little cup filters that give us different patterns across the acrylic pour. I should have went ahead and pulled these up because it gave me little like wispy like striations across the canvas. First pour, we'll do better on the next one, but it still turns out to be an amazing piece of artwork here.
Looks like hair dripping down.
It is a little bit, right?
So we're looking pretty good so far. We're just applying some last few details. As you can see in the upper right hand corner, that corner is done.
I'm gonna drip that way now.
We're going to go ahead and move over to the right hand lower corner now.
You getting the sides?
And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to work on the other side. So I'll walk around to the other side of the canvas and then I'll pour it the other way. Again, I should have removed those plastic pieces there before I kind of like pushed it across, but that's okay.
All right, here we go. Get this last corner, these last two corners.
We're doing that.
Finally going to get these plastic pieces pulled up here.
I see no paint coming in.
Okay, watch out. I need to get on the side. You get on the other side.
Daddy, looks like pink. Dad, it looks like a pink canvas.
It's pink, all right.
It's a pink canvas.
It's definitely not what I thought it was going to look like, but it's still pretty cool.
Daddy, can I get on my tablet?
We're painting right now. We're almost done. Watch her go over the edge. Watch her go over the edge right here. I need something to put these on top of.
Really happy with how it's turned out, guys. Let me know in the description what you think about this piece of artwork as we get ready to roll into some of the glamour shots. Pretty proud.
Looks like a table. Daddy, it looks like a table.
Pretty much is.
It's a table.
Holy cow. What a messy process.
Dad, there's a table on a table.
And just like that, guys, this awesome acrylic pour is completely finished out. Now, I will come in later on down the road and do a varnishing video specifically for these two acrylic pours that we're doing. Yes, there's another one coming up in the next few weeks, and that is going to be a green theme. Both of these are ArtDeco kits that you can get from any of your crafting stores as well as online. And I'll also post a few of those in my Amazon affiliate in the description below. So if you want to check some of those out, you can do so. Make sure you snag one. They're really easy to put together and just pour over the canvas however you want to. But as you can see, this thing has turned out absolutely incredible. And we have so much going on in the studio, but sometimes it's just really fun to slow down and just enjoy the process with the kids here in the studio. I really do like how the color combination is for this canvas, as well as we were able to bring that acrylic pour over the sides to the back as well. We did get a little bit of overpaint on the back of the canvas, as you can see on the wood, but that's no problem at all. We're of course going to sign it on the back with me and my daughter's names. I've already put hanging hardware on it, so it'll hang here in the studio until it is ready to be sent off to its new home. But otherwise, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this easy-going tutorial about our first acrylic pour. I think it turned out great, and I really do think my daughter had a blast creating this awesome Pinkalicious painting. I'll see you guys in the next awesome content video from Byerly Studios. If you're looking for other acrylic pours, here are some of those playlists. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. I will see you on the next awesome video. Peace.